Hey everybody, welcome to the Gearbubble Course 2.0 webinar. Thank you very much for coming on. First things first, as always, I want to do this. Can you hear me and can you see my screen? Give me a 1 in the chat box there, in the question box, if you can see and hear everything okay. Awesome. All right, and now just while people are trickling in, we've got quite a few on the call and there's about just shy of 400 that registered for the webinar. So let me know where you're located geographically. I'm in London, Ontario, Canada. We just got some snow last night, finally, but not enough for me to ride my snowmobile. I'm not too happy with that, but it's getting there. Anyway, where are you located? We've got, Victoria. Victoria like BC or Victoria like Australia? We've got Singapore, right on. Lester, how you doing, buddy? We've got, holy, this is like worldwide. St. Pete, Florida. I love St. Pete. I've been to Wrinkle Beach before. That's what we called it anyway. The one with the pier there. Malaysia, Connecticut, Buffalo, New York, Atlanta. They haven't cut off my internet yet. All right on, Jerry. Oh, Jerry, right on. Moncton, cool. Another Malaysia. Geez. Ottawa. Oh, it's cold in Ottawa. It's colder than here. Toronto, right on. Just down the 401. BC with no snow, of course. Right on. UK, Israel, College Park, Maryland, Philippines, London, Chicago, London, UK. So the original London, Finland. Holy crap. All right. So we got people from all over the place. Alberta, Brampton. This is awesome. I love it. I just, it's so awesome that people can come on from around the world and meet like online and see something live. So I think that's so cool. So welcome aboard. Thank you very much for coming on. I'm not going to keep you all day. You know me. I try to get to the point as quickly as possible and avoid as much fluff as possible. So I do appreciate you taking time out of your day. My goal for the webinar is pretty simple. Okay. I want to help you. I want to help you become profitable with print on demand and Facebook ads, specifically with one of my oldest favorites companies in the world, Gearbubble, because my buddy Don is the owner, great guy, knows what he's doing, and I love it. So what I did is I kind of went back into the lab a little while back. I've been running Shopify stores for a while, and it's the problem I had with Shopify is the customer service really started to wear on me. So I would sell something and then it's almost like clockwork. You get an email the next day. You're like, where's my product? It's not here. Where's my product? And I was getting burnt out on answering people. Sorry, sir or ma'am. It takes like at least, 2 to 3 weeks to get to you. We're not Amazon Prime. I wish we were. And then people would start getting pissy and they'd be like, well, a week later, where's my product? And then, and then like 8 days later, where's my product? 9, where's my product? Where's my product? Where's my product? And I'm using like USA distributors. So it was just driving me nuts. So I'm like, I got to go back to when, like almost like the promised land with Gearbubble, where I would put up a product, I would sell it, and then you know what? They can handle the customer service because I don't want to. I even hired people to do customer service for me, and these people, maybe I didn't train them right. They're coming to me and they're like, "Oh, this person has a really big problem. Pass it on to Will." I'm like, "No, no, no. Will doesn't want to be involved with customer service at all. You handle it. So if they want a refund, give them a friggin' refund. If they have the wrong size, give them the right size. Like I don't want to hear about it." So I was spending time now, not only like running my store, my campaigns and everything else, but I'm dealing with employees. And I'm like, oh crap, I got to get a manager in here. And then I'm like, well, I've had a manager in the past and that didn't really work out either because now I was managing the manager. Then I'm like, well, then I need somebody to run the whole operation. I'm like, well, hang on. What am I doing here? So I went back to basics, went back to the lab and said, let's get this going where I don't have to do this customer service stuff and I can still make really, really, really good money. So who is this for? Basically the following people, all right? If you're tired of inconsistent results, and believe me, Facebook ads have been so inconsistent for the past like year and a half, it's been ridiculous. Basically ever since my 18-month-old was born, Facebook ads took a dump and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, man, this is just, it's not like the good old days. But I was determined. So I went back to work and I said, I'm going to figure this thing out again, come hell or high water. And I did. So if you're tired of inconsistent results, this is for you. If you're looking to get started right, this is for you. If you're looking to try POD again, print on demand again, like a lot of you have done it before, some of you haven't. But if you're looking to get back into it, because you're like, you know what, Will, you're right. I don't like this customer service. I don't like 50 million apps. I don't like my own store. I don't care about any of that. I just want to make money online. That's all I want to do. And I want to enjoy my day. Okay. So it's also for people who haven't had big success yet, because I'm going to show you a method that is, man, it's a monster. You're going to see it. People who have some success already, you're going to benefit from this too. It's basically for anyone of any experience level. I've done this for a long time and I think I'm getting pretty good at it. So what are we doing? Teaching you how to use Gearbubble.com and Facebook ads properly. How's that for no fluff? There you go. That's exactly what we're doing. Why? A couple of reasons. First, like I said, customer service on your own store sucks. It's not fun. It just wears you down. Even when you hire VAs, even when you hire people to handle customer service, it's still like, oh, it's like a headache. Yeah, oh man, like I get it. You want your product, I get it, but stop bugging me. Second, Facebook ads have changed so much that they're hard to run profitably now if you don't know the latest methods. Okay. I run a lot on Google now. I run a ton on Google Shopping, Google Search, Google Display, getting into YouTube ads, but Facebook ads are still there too. I still use them as well. And I was determined to figure out at least 2 or 3 methods that are going to profitably produce for me consistently. And I cracked the code. I did it. So if you stay until the end, I do have something special for you. So there's your little tease. But real quick, why do I do this stuff? So just before I get into the, what to sell, how to ensure success, there's more to sitting life alone on your computer making money. Helping others succeed, to me, it's almost more rewarding. And so here's a guy, Michael. I show this all the time because I love this one. He just wanted to share his milestone. I love milestones. Hit 10,000 revenue today. It's made in the last 28 days. Special thanks to Will. Launched my first campaign in July after watching the GB course, the original version 1.0, back in, man, like a year ago, over a year ago. Jeez, this stuff works. So even back then it worked. Now it works even better because I got some new stuff. But you're not, here's what he said. I found 2 points very helpful. You're not losing money, you're buying data. Try to learn from every penny spent. Did the design suck? Was the targeting off? Who's buying, not buying? Amen, Michael. You do not launch a profitable campaign. You build one. Amen. He's got it. He got it even back then. This is what I'm doing now, but man, on a totally different level. I love it. Remember, it's part of the process. Don't give up. Ben, some Friday milestone. Bought the course late in July. This was Gearbubble course version 1.0. You're looking at 2.0 today. And launched my first campaign exactly 2 months ago. The system works. You just need to trust the process, put in the work. I love that 1,000 sale milestone. That's awesome too. And Cedric, my buddy, to everyone in the group, highly recommend the Gearbubble course. Okay, this is version 1 again. I failed for 3 years, purchased so many courses and can tell the good from the bad. Purchased this course a couple months ago. As of today, had my first $1,000 day. Don't ask me. I don't post screenshots. You wouldn't believe them anyway. I'm kind of his thought process there. I don't like posting screenshots, but I have to because it seems like in this world, that's all people look at. My weakness was with Facebook ads. For the first time, I decided not to second guess him and do exactly what he's teaching, whether it makes sense to me or not. So I love it. And this is from GB course version 1.0. 2.0 is even better. Just a little teaser for you. Paul, last one I'll show you. Something seems to be working here. Now at 7 sales. 1 sale made from sponsored ads with a $1 per day budget. So I think this was Paul's doing, that looks like, is that Etsy? No, that's not Etsy. Is it Etsy? I have my Etsy dashboard here. I'm not sure what he's doing there, but anyway, it's working. Good for him. That's why I do it. I love seeing those things. When I go into the group, like the private groups or the public groups, and I see testimonials, I'm like, oh, you just made my day. I want to do more. I want to help more. So that's why I put together this, my new Gearbubble 2.0 course. It's like better because it's 2.0. More on that later though. Time for the short and super sweet intro. Maybe not super sweet, but who am I? Most of you already know me, some may not. That's me. That's my mug. I've got 5 daughters, all age names, ranging from, man, 15 down to like 18 months now. Crazy. That's why I got gray hair. I live in London, Ontario, Canada. Love helping people with my coaching and courses. Founder of ppccoach.com. Trained over 10,000 online marketers since, that's actually more like 11.5 now, since 2007. Started in 2005 online. I'm a veteran in this online advertising world. Big payouts. That's a picture of my first paycheck, November 23rd, 2005. Hard to see, but it's $17,489.53. Didn't even have high resolution cameras. Didn't have phones back then. That's generating secured loan leads using Google AdWords and actually Yahoo Overture for you really, really old dinosaurs like me in this business, selling them to banks in the UK. So now I do Facebook ads. I also do Google, a lot of Google still. After that, said the weirdest thing to my wife. I have to quit my job to start making money. We were sitting there eating dinner and she looked at me like I was from Mars. And because you don't hear people say that too often, but I did. I quit my job. My last shift was New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2006. Now I've sold over $1 million in physical products and counting. Did it with a lot of different methods. Okay. And I'm approaching $1 million for my courses and coaching too. I work in both worlds at the same time. But those who can't do teach, right? You hear that all the time. Not this guy. The only thing I will ever show is stuff that I do myself. So when I say I went back into the lab, I did. I actually practice what I preach. This is unlike a lot of others out there. But enough fluff. Let's get into the training. This is one of my new methods, about as up to date as you can be. So the course actually contains two new methods, one kind of older method, but it still works really well. So there's 3 in there, one a little bit smaller, one gigantic. So you'll see in a second here. So here's what we've got. This is one of the slower methods, but I just wanted to show you, look at that date. I like to verify things and keep verifying and verifying and verifying. So on this screenshot, it's January 24th, 2019. We've got 5 sales at a cost per purchase of $14.59 on $72.93 total spent. And that's what I made, $275.30. That's my website purchases conversion value, because Gearbubble does pass that value through to Facebook. And then my ROAS, return on ad spend, is 3.77. That's pretty good. That's not too bad. That's for a campaign literally launched on the 24th to Gearbubble using methods that are in Gearbubble course 2.0. So that's a little guy. It's still actually producing. It's producing sales today too. And I've actually, well, I can't really say what I did, but I did a little bit more with it too. So it's all in the course, you'll see, but it's pretty cool, right? I wasn't kidding when I said I practice what I preach. I do. And there's been a lot of people that have been down lately because they can't seem to get anything working. But today, that's going to change because we're going to cover 3 things. So number 1 is what to sell, kind of a really neat part, give you some motivation. Number 2 is how to sell it. And number 3 is how to ensure your success. All right. So if you do have questions, post them in that little chat box, and then I will glance over every once in a while. I basically have like 3 monitors running right now. So if I don't get to it immediately, hang in there. I'll glance over. And as well, you can always go to the group, the free PPC coach group, and ask anything at any time, anywhere, 24/7, 365, and I'll get to you there too. So number 1 is what to sell. So what the heck do you sell on Gearbubble, right? What works, what doesn't work? There are a ton of options, but here's the thing, you don't have to pick just one. And in fact, you should test multiple different product types. So I find a lot of people think, well, in the course, he showed a necklace, so I am only going to do a necklace because I cannot steer outside of those parameters ever. I don't want to do anything different than what Will did, so I better do that. No, that's not true. Don't get married to one product type. So let's look at some examples now, and sure enough, I mean, I love to show these examples, but we've got like coffee mugs you can sell, necklaces, bracelets. I've never really sold bracelets. Hoodies, I've sold a lot of. Shirts, not so much for me. Phone cases, I don't really sell. Hats, I don't sell. Beanies, I don't sell. Pillowcases work. It's amazing. I can't believe it, but you can do a necklace and you can put the exact same design on a pillowcase as an upsell. And amazingly, it works. And I'm like, man, that's just crazy to me. Posters, I haven't done much of. Haven't done all over prints. I tried leggings, honestly, and I couldn't get it to go, so I didn't bother anymore. I'm worried about leggings because I think there's going to be sizing issues, but laser engraved necklaces work, shot glasses work, travel mugs work. Canvas prints, I could never really get those to go. I don't know why, but I think art stuff, people maybe want to buy it. Unless you have a brand, people maybe want to like stand there and look at it and admire it and talk to the guy who did it. I don't know how it works. Anyway, freeform necklaces, honestly haven't really tried them yet, but I know they're selling really well. That's where you do a cutout of something onto a piece of metal and it looks pretty cool. Anyway, what are my top 3? Well, These are my bread and butter, okay? Necklaces, hoodies, and coffee mugs. Those are my top three. And I'm going to show you a couple examples. I just noticed I didn't put a hoodie example in here. I apologize for that. But I will show you these. This is my big one of my big ones. This is actually mine. So you guys have probably seen this before. But the whole, gift angle, dad to daughter. Basically, I blew that one up a couple of years ago, and I'm still blowing it up right now. So just a bunch of new designs, bunch of new angles, bunch of new sayings. But you can take the saying and put it on a different design, and that's all good to go. It's the people who actually take my designs and put them on their, like, literally carbon copy them. Oh, sidebar, in the course, I actually was going through like researching stuff and images on Google. I found a guy who literally stole my design and put it on his store, and then I proved it. Like I showed it. So I'm like, man, don't do that. Like make it different. Anyway, math is fun. So this one I priced at $27.95, and for one sale, that means I made $20. So that's about, I think it pulled like, it's even more now, but $161,600. That's one friggin' necklace. That's more than people make in a year. A lot of people, that's a lot more than they make in a year. Some guys make more, but not too many. If you're pulling 161,000 at your job, you got a good job. You're doing pretty good. Now the profit is half that, mind you, but still 80,000 one necklace. I'll take that, and I did take that, and I am taking that. This one, I don't know why, but it doesn't seem to be selling as well anymore. Probably because I got so many of my own new designs that I've been putting out there. I haven't really focused on it. I'd like to get that over 10,000. Maybe I'll make that a goal for 2019. That's mine. Those numbers are real. Okay. This one is not mine, but I like it. I think it's a cool design. This guy did over 11,000 sales. So at $34.95, the profit margin from one sale is $27. Okay. So that is like over $300,000. So I don't know what they spent on ads, but I can tell you, I can guess based on my own stuff. Even if they, half of that was spent on ads to get the profit, that's still over 150,000 bucks on one necklace. And look how simple that is. Like to my wife, I loved you then, I love you still, always have and always will. Like that's crazy to me. That something that just that simple with a couple rings in it works that well. It's amazing. All right, and then this one. So somebody said, okay, well, I see that necklace is doing well, so I'm going to put that onto a mug. And yep, it worked. So this one, I think, yeah, it's at 19.95. So the profit from one sale is like $10. So even this mug pulled over $140,000. A coffee mug, $140,000. Amazing. Even if they spent half on ads, that's like over $70,000. Not too shabby, right? So I'm showing you this because it's possible, and because people think, well, he's just blowing smoke. He doesn't know what he's talking about. No, it's happening. It's happening right now. Like as we speak, people are making big bucks with Gearbubble, with Facebook ads, with Google, AdWords, everything. People are making good money, and you can too. So, are you getting some ideas? I mean, I hope so. That was a simple saying, the wife one, and somebody just took it and put it onto a mug from a necklace, and it worked. And I like it because the designs were different. But ideas are literally everywhere. Okay. Last time you went to the mall, were you ever like walking down the mall and you saw like a funny T-shirt or a mug or something and you snap a pic of it? I do that like all the time. I do it constantly, and I think it drives people crazy that I'm with, but you should, because it gives you ideas, and I get a ton of ideas that way. And then later, I'll take those ideas, I'll put them on a product, and I'll sell it. So here's something. Here's an example. Let's look at Walmart.com. I'll give you a big tip here. I use them a lot because if a product makes it to the shelf on Walmart, it's because the professional buyers who are paid to buy stuff to put on the shelf at Walmart have vetted this product. So they think it's going to sell. And they're using their data, they're using their expertise, they're using their experience to say, this product will sell better than this one. Let's put this one into our stores. So I get to cheat, and I get to go to Walmart, and I get to walk around, and I get to go, ooh, that looks cool. Ooh, I like that one. Ooh, that's neat. So here, I'm going to do this right now. Let me see how I do this. Right click. Oops. Let me go here. Let's go to Walmart. You don't even have to go to the store. You can just go online. So check this out. So let's say I'm looking for some motivation, and I don't know, I'm looking for a funny t-shirt. And so here's one right there. I may be wrong. Well, let's open that in a new tab so we can zoom in. I may be wrong, but it's highly unlikely. Something that dumb. And you're like, man, that's dumb. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to throw that on a hoodie. I'm going to throw that on a coffee mug, and I'm going to sell that too. I'm going to make my own design. You can use like little text-based apps to make these very simply. Throw them on a t-shirt, throw them on anything. Like Walmart is selling this. I pooped today. I'm into fitness taco in my mouth. Like these are all, to me, these scream coffee mugs. Don't grow up, it's a trap. I'm not lazy. I just entered energy saving mode. I like big bucks and I cannot lie. Like, come on, this is too easy. Of course, I talk to myself. Sometimes I need expert advice. I think I actually have that on a coffee mug right now. But more cowbell, right? Adulting, not for me today. I'm allergic to stupidity. I break out in sarcasm. So, best bucking dad ever. I've seen that everywhere. Funner, I can't read the bottom part. You're killing me, Smalls. Like, all this stuff. You can't see me. That's hilarious. Camouflage. That is, oh my God. I actually want to buy that shirt. I'm going to bookmark that. Because that's right up my alley. Oh, XL? What are they? Oh, kid size? Jeez. I'm a big man. I need a bigger shirt. Anyway, point is this. You can go to Walmart and you can find all these funny sayings and you can easily throw them on a t-shirt or a hoodie or a coffee mug and you can sell them online. You can even use Facebook ads to promote them. This doesn't have to be something that you have to upload to Amazon or Etsy or eBay. You can do it direct. You can do it direct to Gearbubble and it works. It works very well. And people say, well, even I thought too, like, well, I can't sell coffee mugs on Facebook ads because I don't make enough money. But then I thought, no, that's stupid. I better test it. So I tested it and it does work. The key with coffee mugs is the price is lower, so people will buy more. So your cost per purchase is lower. So the cost per purchase on like a $34.95 necklace is going to be a lot higher naturally versus the cost per purchase on a $14.95 coffee mug or a $20 t-shirt or a $40 hoodie. Even on a $40 hoodie, you're still making like $20, $22 per sale. So all these people that say, well, I don't know where to come up with ideas. Oh, I don't know. Well, there you go. I just gave you one, super easy. I'll even give you a second one here. So Walmart has greeting cards. So let's say I want to do a necklace. Let's do this. Greeting cards. Go to walmart.com, look at their greeting cards and say, okay, well, that's not good enough. Let's dig deeper. Thank you, anniversary, wedding. Okay, so I want to do a necklace for Valentine's Day. Okay, I don't know what to put in it. What the heck do I do? Well, here we go. Can I sort by, yeah, I'm sorting by bestsellers. Sort by bestsellers. Thank you, Walmart. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Let's look at what this one says inside. Does it say anything funny? A Valentine for you, XOXO. Literally a necklace could be that, by the way. Not the best example, but let's find a romantic something with a saying on it. These are all seem to be kids ones. Anyway, you can find, oh, romantic. There we go. Gee, like Walmart reads my mind. I swear to God. Here, you are loved. Sorted by bestsellers. You are loved. Let's open this in a new tab real quick, see what the saying is. And let's look in the inside. Oh, there's an even better one on the inside. For your huge heart, for the positive energy you bring, for more reasons than you will ever know, you are loved, especially and abundantly. To me, that I'm like gag, puke, but put that on a necklace. To my wife, for your huge heart, for blah, 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 blah. Love your husband. Sell. Easy. Right there. And Walmart is telling me the thing's a friggin' bestseller on a card. So why don't I just do that? Or to my fiance, there's the insert. Love your future husband. To my future wife. To my girlfriend. To my, whatever you got. Anything. Male to female. That'll work right there. So I hope you're thinking, that's pretty cool. Right? Give me a one in the chat box if you think that you could come up with a bunch of ideas just from going to walmart.com and throwing them onto a necklace or a hoodie or a t-shirt or a coffee mug, and then put that product up on Gearbubble, run some ads from Facebook, make some money, be happy. Don't do customer service. Whoa, high five, virtual high five for that one. I get, holy crap, there's a lot of ones in there. Hail! Oh, Hail, yes, I love it. Welcome back, Hail. Yeah, so people are saying, I didn't know about Walmart, about the Walmart. I always use Etsy. Yeah, I mean, you can use Etsy for the exact same thing I just showed you too. Go to Etsy, start looking around. You'll find a ton of ideas. Ideas, if you would have to try hard to avoid finding ideas. It's that easy to find ideas online. I just went to Walmart. How many other stores are there out there that are online? What about greeting card sites? What about um, t-shirt stores online? That, like your competitors, what are they selling? Everything. It's pretty cool, right? So I hope you're getting some ideas. And like I said, the possibilities are endless. Go beyond just Walmart.com. So that's all great, but does all this stuff work? Absolutely. Here's a couple more who are doing it. Kelly, first sale. Love these posts are almost like my all-time favorite because when somebody breaks through that barrier, I love it when they get their first sale. First sale posts are awesome. It works. Another first sale using these Facebook strategies. This is from the old course, from an intermediate campaign. Recommend those for sure. Did test, did the beginner. On the same ad, we built up social proof first. Thanks, Will Haimerl, for sharing your wisdom. $27 profit. That's a necklace. I can tell without even looking at anything else because I think that's what he was doing. And the profit gives it away. Another one, 2 sales from the process, ready to scale. Right on. So why am I showing you these people who took one of my courses in the past? To show you my stuff works. It worked then, the old stuff, and it certainly works now. So let's look at the next part now, which is where people get tripped up a lot. And I don't blame them. It's how to sell. People know that they can make these products. They know that they can put them onto, Etsy, eBay, Amazon. We're not doing that. We're just going to list it on Gearbubble. So how do I get people to look at it? I don't know. People aren't on Gearbubble searching for products. Well, sometimes they are, but I need to get people to look at my friggin' product so that they'll buy it. But I want to make sure I'm not spending more money than I'm making. So obviously, right, we're a business. So how do you sell it? It is getting harder and harder. It has gotten harder and harder. There's more and more competition. If you started this, 3 years ago, you're like, whoa, this is easy. No, it's the same. There's the same complaints that were kind of coming up 3 years ago. But I mean, ad costs have gone up. Facebook's trying to squeeze us for more money. People have been sending Facebook revenue data for years now. Facebook knows exactly how much they can squeeze us for. And I curse those people who sent that revenue data through, but nobody listened to me when I said it, and they're still not listening to me now. If you tell the place what you're making, they're going to try and squeeze as much money out of you as possible, and they did. It's exactly what happened. So fine, whatever. I can't control Facebook. I can't control everybody online. My mind control machine is not. It's broken. Doesn't work. I wish I could. But anyway, Facebook also keeps changing things. So you get something working great. You have a great method going, and then they move the goalpost, and you're like, now what do I do? Like it's almost like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Seriously, with Facebook, those of you who are in it, you know this, right? The solution, I've got it. I went to the lab and I said, hey, figure this out, dummy. Let's get this working. And I came up with two new methods to run Facebook ads to your products. That's the name of them, the slow and steady method, and the Megalodon. Slow and steady, I'll get into it. Megalodon, I'll get into it. One is for people who are just kind of getting their feet wet, but honestly, you could run a full Gearbubble print on demand Facebook ad business using only the slow and steady method and make a lot of money and be really happy with far more consistent results than you were getting in the past. Okay. The Megalodon is for scaling, and it's a beast. It's for going big. And I'll explain that in a minute too. Cool names, right? Give me one if you love those names. Slow and steady was boring. Megalodon, awesome. I actually named it because after that movie, The Meg. So short form for the Megalodon is the Meg. Just because it's a gigantic shark that goes around eating everybody up and devouring the competition. We'll put it that way. So here's the slow and steady method explained. It's like the tortoise and the hare, right? So you can sprint or you can run the marathon. The slow and steady is the marathon. You're going to get sales just binging in daily on a consistent basis. Nothing too out of control, nothing where you go, whoa, that's doing really well. It's just kind of like boring, slow, steady, but it works. And the thing with the slow and steady is the longer you run it, the better it works. So it's really, really cool that way. And it doesn't involve a lot of complex rules and a lot of complicated methods or strategies that, things like the Megalodon do. So here's what it is. What is it? Let me explain a little bit more. Slow and steady. It's the first ad method. This is where you're going to run lower daily budgets. You're going to run lots of ad sets. You're going to use automated rules to cut off the bad one. So automated rules are where you actually tell Facebook to watch your ads for you. It is so cool. So instead of you sitting there having to refresh your screen all day long because you're worried that, when one ad set or campaign is going to get out of control and blow through all your budget without getting a sale. Nope. Automated rules, you plug them in, Facebook will watch it. I've perfected automated rules now. So you don't need to use any third-party tools like RevealBot or Trust Ads or anything like that. Facebook's automated rules work fine, and they do everything we need them to do right now. So there's one adjustment they need to make. I put in a support ticket, called up Zuckerberg and told him what I need. I'm sure he'll get back to me soon, but as of right now, everything you need is in there. So when I say lots of ad sets, and when I say slow and steady, I mean each day we're going to schedule what can I call it? A package, I'll call it, of ad sets to start. So multiple ad sets are going to be scheduled to start every single day. And the rules are going to cut off the bad ones from the past. The good ones are going to keep running. When you start out, you're in 100% test mode. So everything you're getting is a bonus, right? Eventually, you have like more ad sets that are winners than losers. And so your new tests every day are not really even affecting, they're only going to add to your bottom line because you're going to have way more winners running than losers. So it's slow and steady because you can schedule ads too on Facebook. So I could sit here today and I could set up like 5 ad sets to run today. And then I could schedule 5 to run Saturday, 5 to run Sunday, 5 to run Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the way out. I could keep doing it. That's the beauty of Facebook. So that little schedule feature combined with automated rules and this method works really, really well. You can do easily 250-day profits on one campaign, and there's nothing stopping you from launching more than one slow and steady campaign for a winning design. So I like to break them up into countries. So I'll run one for the USA, one for Canada, one for the United Kingdom, one for Australia, one for New Zealand. Then I might go run one for worldwide, and I might exclude those 5 countries that I ran individual ones for. Or I might run them to India. Like people tell me all the time, India traffic doesn't work, but it does. They buy it. They don't buy, like it's super cheap traffic. You got to get more volume traffic wise to get it, but it does work. They do buy. Philippines as well. People say no, don't even bother there. They don't buy. They do. The one country that I will tell you to kind of exclude from everything is Nigeria. And I apologize if anybody from Nigeria is on here, but I've gotten beaten up in campaigns running ads to Nigeria in the past for lead generation or product sales or whatever I'm trying to do. So this method can do big numbers. It does do big numbers for me. It does do big numbers for the people that I coach one-on-one. So it's not just me trying these methods and, crossing my fingers and it's kind of a fluke because it worked for Will. No, this is my one-on-one people get these same methods too and they work for them. So it's great for any experience level. So that's fine. I mean, the slow and steady is wonderful. It's slow and steady, like put me to sleep, boring. But do you want fast and furious too? Well, I've got you covered. you want to move quick? No problem. This is the Megalodon method. That's your competition. That's you. You're gonna just devour them with this method. It moves fast. So what is it though? It's a beast of a method. So I know a lot of people on here, when they see this, are gonna go, whoa, I can't do that. Well, think of it this way before I even go to the next screen and explain it. If you're putting in $1 and you're getting back $1.30 every day, how many dollars are you going to put in? As many as you possibly can, right? That's what the Megalodon is about. You're going to put in money to get way more out. So don't think of buying paid traffic as a loss. It's not a loss. It's an investment. And the more money you spend, the more money you will make. Okay, if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you're right, it is a loss. But if you know what you're doing, it's not a loss, it's an investment. So what is it though? Let me explain. Put on your big boy pants or big girl pants, whatever you want to wear. $1,000 daily budgets. Okay, this is utilizing a new, relatively new way to run ads from Facebook called campaign budget optimization. So the campaign has $1,000 daily budget. That means, yep, you're going to spend $1,000 in a day. Yeah, crazy, right? Isn't that insane? You're probably thinking, no, 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 don't even show me that, Will. I don't want to see it. That's too scary. That's why it's called the Meg. It's a beast. There's a limited number of ad sets that are in that campaign. There's automated rules to tame the beast. We're also going to be looking at pausing ad sets throughout the day. There's even a rule in there that pauses everything that doesn't get a purchase by noon. Crazy, right? And then there's also rules in there that automate it, that restart things for us the next day based on our trigger points. So if an ad set within our Megalodon campaign didn't do well day one, it doesn't mean it's a complete loss. It just could mean that that day it stunk. So we're going to give it another shot on day two, providing it hasn't spent our test budget for that ad set overall yet. Sound confusing? Believe me, till you see it in action, it kind of is. But it moves fast and furious. You can easily do 750 plus 500, 750, $1,000 daily profits with this. I have and I do. Okay. It's not for any experience level. This is for people who have ran paid traffic before. They have a winning product. They kind of know that, certain parts of the day aren't going to be working well. You have to batten down the hatches and ride it out. Honestly, the Meg loses money in the morning. And then my noon rule kicks in. The rest of the day, it starts making it back. By the evening, it's making really good money. So it's a wild ride. It's a roller coaster. And if you're so averse to spending money, and if you can't stand looking at your screen and seeing a loss in the morning, you can't run this. Okay. Now, if you can, here's one day very recently from me and one of my necklaces. Well, that's not too bad. I like that. This is one necklace. $1,484.08, 52 sales, one day. This is from one Meg campaign that I ran. Well, okay, great. Well, yeah, show me the cost. Okay. $863.85. Now, my website purchases are always off with Facebook. They're never accurate. Sometimes people buy multiple. That'll throw it off. Facebook will count one purchase. Well, if somebody buys something once, makes a purchase, but they buy like 4 necklaces, it shows as one purchase on your stats. Okay. So there we go. So this cost per purchase is actually a lot higher, but look at the website conversion value. It's pretty good. 2.09 ROAS on these kind of inaccurate numbers. Point is this: I spent 1,400. I spent 863. I made 1,400. And what was that? 84. Oh, here we go. This is it. The profit and loss statement for the Meg one day. 1484.08 revenue, 863.85 expense. These are the numbers that I want you to look at each day. People say, well, what was the cost per click? What was the CPM rate? I don't care. I care about this one, profit. That's what I care about at the end of the day. Did I spend less than I made? Do I have a profit? If I do, great. It's a good campaign. I don't care if the CPC is $500 per click if I'm making money. I don't care if the CPM is $200 if I'm making money. I made $620.63 US in one day. One day. Now, being Canadian, I get a nice little bonus because US dollars are worth more than Canadian. Yes, I love it. So that US dollar converted to Canadian is $828.49 in a day. That's a day. Okay, that's a really good day. And of course, I'm going to show you a really good day, but the other days are very similar. They're not that far off. And I'll have the odd day where I actually lose money on the Meg. That happens. Okay, you're never going to just make the same amount every day because Facebook shows ads to different people every day. But my point is this: that was made in one day. If you extrapolate that, and online guys love to do this, me too, because it's very motivating. if I continued that every day for 30 days, that's $24,854.70 a month profit. If I multiply that by 12, it's just shy of 300,000. Okay, that's a possibility of this campaign as is, without really doing anything else to it. I love it. That's why it's called the Meg. Okay, so this example was January 13th. So it was what, a little over a week ago. And I am continuing it, but I've been so busy shooting the videos for the course that I actually focused on the course to get that knocked out. Now I'm back into campaign mode, big time. All right, couple questions coming in. What size ad budget is needed to do a slow and steady method campaign? $100 a day. Okay, so it's that'll get you going. You could go lower if you wanted, but I found that when people ask that question, it's because they don't understand the process and they don't understand the investment needed, and they're looking at this as a loss, honestly. But you got to spend money to make money. These slow and steady ones are pretty consistent. They'll win. They will win. On average, what percentage of your slow and steady campaigns are winners? 100%. But if I launch a slow and steady, it works. It might take a couple days to get going, but it'll work. It's just the any campaign will work with my methods because I'm vetting so many designs ahead of time through my test method. Okay, and which I don't show here, but I do show in the course. You have the key to everything. If you have these two methods at your disposal and you try and run them on a crappy design or a crappy product, it's going to flop. So and this is where I go into it in detail in the course, but the number one reason people fail with this stuff is their designs suck. And their designs suck, and then they test a whole bunch of crappy designs and nothing works, and then they go, well, that method didn't work. And I'm like, no, the method works. Your designs suck. Okay, so I have fixed that in Gearbubble 2.0. I fixed that whole problem. I figured out what it was and I fixed it, and I'll show you. So these are running on designs that have been tested and proven to sell. Okay, you can't just run it on everything and just cross your fingers and hope. All right. Another question, was this example just before Christmas? Not, like I said, middle of January. So not even, well, a week or a little over a week now. In your example product, what was the cost of the product? In your so I priced that $34.95. It was a necklace. What automated rule you said that still cannot make? What automated rule you said that still cannot make work right? Oh, there's one rule that I want Facebook to make available to us, and that is on the Meg. There's a campaign budget optimization rule that I would love it if I could increase or decrease the budget on a CBO. It's called campaign. They don't have that available yet because they just rolled out this campaign budget optimization recently, and that's what the Meg is based on. So I can't really get into it, but if you, well, whatever. If you start at $1,000 a day and it's doing really well, and then noon it cuts off, you can increase the daily budget to $1,500 or $2,000 a day and ride out the rest of the day at that. Next day, reset it back down to $1,000. So this is what's called surfing a campaign budget, but you can't surf automated with Facebook native rules. You would have to use a third-party program to do that. What I like to do, though, 9 times out of 10, I'm not even surfing the daily budget because I'm starting it so high. It'll be very odd for me to surf it, to jack it up like that. But we're getting into some pretty advanced conversations here. So I'm just going to try and keep moving on. So I hope you're thinking, dude, that's awesome. Give me one in the chat box if you think, dude, that's awesome. I want to see some ones. One. Right on. I hope you're getting pumped. I hope, do you think this can work for you? Yes, it can. It can. I showed you 2 new methods that are working today. No BS. This is what I do. I practice what I preach. You need to adapt, adjust, and move forward in order to succeed long-term online, right? Stuff that worked even 6 months ago might not be as effective today. It'll still work, but you got to tweak it, okay? Does it sound difficult? Yeah, the Meg, man, it can be. Absolutely. Slow and steady? Man, not really. It's kind of slow and steady, kind of easy. Just like anything though, right? So with some help, do you think you could do it? Of course. That's what we're here for. Help you out. So you know how to sell. Let's look at the last part of the webinar now. I'm running a little bit late. I'm going to try and speed this up as much as I can. Number 3, how to ensure success. So wouldn't that be nice? So I've sold a lot of courses over the years. This is the version 1 of the Gearbubble course that you're looking at today, and 1,220 sales. I severely underpriced that course. I did. Okay, and so over 1,200 people bought it. Wonderful, but that number could have been, even higher, and it should have been. So I learned my lesson. I got value. I have a way to change people's lives. I need to charge what it's worth. That's what I do now. So I put out a few boot camps. Some of you have been members. I see you on here making over 6 figures on those for me personally so far. I coach people one-on-one for a premium fee. It's basically $5,000 right now. It's up big time. And I do see a couple previous one-on-one guys on the webinar. Yeah, it's up a lot higher now. So I charge a premium because my stuff works. And I notice something. And no matter what I'm doing, a course, a boot camp, one-on-one, there's a lot of information out there. Okay, and that's what it looks like. You get overloaded. You're like, I don't know what to do. There's so much. What do? I go here, I go there. I'm being pulled in so many directions. So information overload always leads to this, analysis paralysis. So you're overanalyzing, overthinking. I have a coffee mug on Etsy right now, and it's one of my favorites. I bought one. It says, hang on a second, I have to overthink this. So, because when you're presented with so much good information or bad information or a mixed information, you're like, oh, I don't know, I got to make up an excuse why I can't do something now. So let me overthink this and let me stop myself. And you end up not doing anything. You don't take action, and you just sit there and you go, I don't know. I'll go watch TV. I don't know what to do. It means you don't know what to do next. So you've got so information. There's no clear path. One guy's saying this, another guy's saying that. I don't know what to do. Where am I? What planet am I on? Like, it's crazy. So plus the bad part is some information is just wrong. So how do you know what's right and what's wrong? You don't. You try it all, or you don't do anything. And you end up like this, stressed, headache, back to square one. I've seen this so many times over the years, even with one-on-one guys that I work with. They get stressed, they get headaches. They're like, man, I don't know what to do. I had a bad day. I'm down. I think I'm going to quit. I'm like, no, you're not. Get back in there. You took a couple punches to the jaw. Big deal. Suck it up. Time to go. Today's a new day. Get it going. It's frustrating to watch people go through this, but I know how to handle it now. It does make me sad, but now I know how to deal with it better. So what's the solution? Get some help from an expert who's already been there, done that, got the t-shirt already. So I love this one, but imagine you want to become a bodybuilder. Who would you want to teach you? Little scrawny McScrawny here? Or this dude, the man, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You'd want Arnold. You'd want the best. You wouldn't want some wimpy kid, right? If you had him teaching you, would you become a pretty good bodybuilder? Of course, but there's a catch. You don't just become great at something because you got a great teacher. You have to do something. Take action. This is where a lot of people fail. They'll take minimal action, but they won't take real action. Minimal action is I took one shot, I failed, I'm out. Action is, no, I took one shot, I failed, let's do it again. I do second time, I failed, let me back at it. Because you know it works. You just got to make it click for you. Remember the next slide. This is a key ingredient in ensuring success. Action changes things. If I'm in a sales slump with anything online, like say my courses aren't doing well, or say my physical products, which is like the bulk of my business right now, if they're slumping, I know I can look back and say, well, what have you done, dummy? And if I go back over the last 2 weeks, I'm like, well, I watched Narcos. They launched the new Narcos Mexico on Netflix, so I watched that whole season. That took like 4 or 5 days. And then I went to the gym, and then, my daughter had to play at school, so I went to that. And then, man, it's basketball season, so every night, a couple hours a night, I'm watching at least 1 or 2 games. And, I got to spend some time with the wife too. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything for my business. I didn't take action. No wonder you're in a freaking slump. Slap, go back to work. That's what you do. So you got to ask yourself, are you where you want to be right now? Be honest. Well, some of you are pretty happy. You're content. Others are like, no, this sucks. I want to make this work. Good. What have you done to change your situation? Have you got help? Have you taken action? I know, like, when I lost 100 pounds in 106 days, I followed a routine and a diet. I didn't lose it all overnight. I gained most of it back because I'm human and a dummy. But anyway, do you know how I learned my weight routine at the gym? Arnold Schwarzenegger's Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding. Go look it up. It's on Amazon. It's like 5 inches thick. I bought this thing when I'm 15. Like, the pages are getting old and stale. I still look at it. It's the Bible for bodybuilding. That's how I learned. I learned from the best. You know how I learned the diet to follow? Well, a friend who's a former Olympian gave me a diet plan to follow. And I'm like, that makes sense. I'll do that. And it worked. I would never in a million years have come up with that diet plan because I didn't know enough about it. All I knew was potato chips are good, and that's what I'll eat every night. You know, that's not what you can do. If you're overweight, it's because you eat too much and you don't burn enough calories. That's that simple. All these diet fads and all these fancy names, they're just based on the same thing. If you eat more than you put out and then you burn in calories, you're going to gain weight. If your body's storing fat, it's because you're not burning energy. That's the way it works. So without that help, I would never have lost that weight. Without taking action, I wouldn't have lost the weight. Okay, I had to follow my diet. I worked out. I ran. I ran a lot, and I hate running. People see success and think it was easy. It's not. Typically, it looks like this, right? They see the top. They don't see the bottom. They see success and don't see everything that went into the success. Okay, it's hard to succeed, but it is possible through consistent effort and following a system from somebody who's been there and done that. So how do you ensure success? You need to do something too. Follow methods that work. Then you'll succeed too, and you'll ensure your success. Here's an example, just following a system. Jay, first sale, engraving profits course. This is a good one too. I love this because I'm going to show you another one from him in a second. That's his first one. He got, look at that, one sale, 2 orders. Okay, pretty cool, right? Look at Jay. My first 6-figure store going. Thanks, Will, for showing me the way. So we went from 1 sale to 107,000 gross sales. Love it. Net 101, because I guess there's always returns. Don't worry about that. Total sales 103. Well, that includes shipping. So we'll go 101. So he did 6 figures. So I saw him from the first sale to 6 figures. Love it. Someone needs to show you. Otherwise, how do you know what to do? I had someone show me. Without them, I wouldn't have been self-employed since 2007. I'd probably still be at TD Ameritrade, which I hated that job. It's like anything in life, you learn first from people who know how, right? What if there was someone who could help you learn? What if there was a course on all this that went into details, all the nitty gritty? What if you watched me over the shoulder, setting this step up and running it, and how to run it ongoing too? Because setup is just one part. Ongoing is where the money's made. What if I walked you through every step in detail? It's like I'm coaching you 101 through the course, but you're not paying my fee. Would that help you? Let me ask you a question. Are you enjoying the webinar so far? Do you think this stuff can work for you? We've covered what to sell, how to ensure success. So my question is this. Do you want to take things to the next level? If you do, give me one in the chat box now, and I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to look over in a second. I love that. You guys are awesome, by the way. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, we do have some questions too. I'm going to hit those in a minute. Yeah, a lot of ones. Right on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Cool. Introducing Gearbubble Course 2.0. Yeah, I love this. This is a beauty. I am so proud of this course because it is kicking ass and taking names. And the Megalodon is like, woo, Hulk Hogan. Or Hulk Hogan. The Hulk, I should say. The info and methods that I've shown today, they only scratch the surface, not even a dent, right? I can't go into detail on everything. Like, we would literally be here for like 6 hours. Okay, showing you exactly what to do, watching me over the shoulder, step by step. I explain things, then I do it, and then you follow me. Okay, this is up to date dashboards, up to date everything. I want to get you profitable. That's what it's all about. What is it though? 50 plus video course. Some videos are pretty long, some are pretty short, but it's over. I think it's 58 right now. It's delivered online. It's a complete system with all the methods shown from A to Z. Okay. You want to see it? Sweet. Here we go. I'll show it to you. Let me pull this up here. There it is. It's waiting. It's on good old teachable.com. I really like Teachable. I think it works pretty well. So here we go. Intro and setup, some proof. I got some proof in there. Mindset. That video is always like pretty much the most popular one in the course because mindset is key. The system outline, how to join the private group. Oops, got ahead of myself. Anyway, prep. What you need to do, if you have this already, you can skip this section. And now what I've done is every section I put some homework, just so you know, like, what do I do next? Do the homework. Did you do the homework? Did you do the homework? I'll be like a teacher on you. research ideas beyond just Walmart.com. Here's the proof of stolen design video. So actually, because in here, I'm like, la di da, this is cool. I found some designs, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, that's mine. And then in the next one, I'm like, I had to verify it. So went through my hard drive. I'm like, yep, there it is. Anyway, there's Etsy. Somebody mentioned that before. You can use them for research. And then there's homework. And then there's design. The top reason people fail. So if you failed before, here's why. This will explain it all. You can still use Photoshop, GIMP, WordSwag, whatever. You can outsource. Okay, there's homework. Then launching. Well, I don't know how to do it. Yeah, you do. There's your product. There's your upsell. There's your pixel. There's editing your image for your ads. That's it. There's your homework. Okay, it's all laid out. Testing. How do we find those winners so I can launch a big fat Megalodon campaign? Well, you got to test. Here you go. I'll show you. Here you go. Here's the rules. How many? Scheduling. Homework. It's all there. Slow and steady. Well, what is a winner, Will? Well, I explain it. Here's the method explained. Here's the method over my shoulder. And here's how I set up my ads manager columns. To make sure you're following along right with me, there's your homework. Next, the Meg. What is scaling? It's going big. There's the method. Okay, explained. There's the setup. This is like a 30-minute video, I think. There's the rules setup. So that's part 2 of it. And there's the homework. And then I added in some bonuses, okay? Retargeting is big. It's warm traffic. So if people didn't buy, you want to still show them your ads. I put a little bonus in there for that for you. And then I showed you how to do it. And then, so everything is like I explain it, and then I show you how to do it over the shoulder. And then expanding. Lookalikes are a confusing aspect for a lot of people. So I explain it, show you how to do them, show you when to use them, and then give you some homework. Then we do a recap, what to do next, how to get support. Thank you. That's it. That's the course. It's there. Like it's the whole blueprint that you guys need, and it's ready to rock and roll for you. Okay. So let's go back to full screen here. So what you're going to get is the course. It's actually 58 videos now. Over the shoulder, you watch me do it. I explain things, then you watch me, then you apply it to your own campaigns. I should sell this for a lot more. It's at least a $3,000 value. Okay. I also have some bonuses for you, but first, if you're tired of struggling, this course is going to fix that permanently. Okay. Were you doing things the wrong way? It's not your fault. It's hard. Facebook keeps moving the goalposts. We can't control that. We just have to adjust, adapt, and move forward. Maybe you're flying solo. You could use some support. We're in a lonely business. Like I'm sitting here in my house. All my kids are at school. Wife's at work. Not saying I don't like that, but I don't have the camaraderie of going to the next cubicle or the next office and saying, hey, Bob, want to go get a coffee? There's no Bob here. My Christmas parties are awesome, but it's just me. You know, I treat myself good, take myself out for dinner. I'm just kidding. But Christmas parties of one suck. So, I mean, if you're flying solo, you could probably use some support, and I can fix that. That's what the first bonus is all about. You don't have to fly alone anymore. So that's the dedicated private Facebook mastermind group. This is as valuable as a course because you go in there, everybody's on the same page, everybody's got the same goals, everybody speaks your language, we can support you, we can make it happen for you. Okay, so that's easily the same value as the other one. It's like-minded individuals who speak your language. So warm traffic is also awesome. That's where I'm going to lean on this one. The second bonus is all about warm traffic. So cold traffic is slow and steady in the Meg. Warm traffic is this, retargeting. So I'm going to show you the retargeting method that I use, and you're going to be like, you're going to do a face palm and go, man, why haven't I been doing this the whole time? If you haven't. Some of you, I see some names on here, you're already doing it. Others, you'll be like, yes, I love this. These retargeting campaigns bring in such a high return on investment. It is insane because the people have either viewed the page and not bought or added to the cart and not bought. So what we need to do is make sure we get in front of them again. I got you covered. I'll show you how to do that. Retargeting brings in the big bucks daily. It swoops up all those people who kind of left, or maybe they added to cart and then the baby started crying, or maybe they added to cart and then their kid called, or maybe they added to cart and then they're like, well, I got to let my dog out. And then they forgot to come back and complete the order. Well, we want to make sure that these people complete the order. So they're profitable. So if you only got that, would it be worth it? Here's a recap, the course, the group, the retargeting method. I don't know if I totaled that up right. I hope I did. $6,491 right there. Sorry about the doorbell. You can tell this is live because FedEx, what is that, FedEx? Yeah, I think it's FedEx. They just rang my doorbell and walked away. Anyway, I have another bonus for you, but first, one more question. Do you buy coffee at Starbucks? Okay, what you're using to buy that coffee is disposable income. Okay, do you ever eat out? Well, that's disposable income too. That's what you're using. What if instead of going to Starbucks like every day, go every other day? What if eating out like 3 times a week, you ate out like once or twice a month instead? Put $1 in to get $1.30 out. I said that before, to even $2 out. Invest in yourself, right? Yes, please. I'll do that all day long. So let's go back to the bonuses. Bonus number 3 is lookalikes. It's all about lookalike audiences. This is where there's a lot of confusion from people, especially the newer people. What the heck's a lookalike? Well, it's people that look like your custom audiences. So if you have people that bought, you can create lists of people who look like your buyers, and then you can show ads to them. If you have a lot of people that viewed your page, you can create lists of people that look like people who viewed your page. So how do you create it? You plug this in and you say, hey, okay, go Facebook, do it. And then Facebook creates that lookalike audience for you. They're super powerful. They're super targeted. They work very, very well. And I'm going to show you all about that in bonus number 3. They're awesome. I'll teach you how to create and use them profitably. So it's a pretty good package so far. It took me a long time to put all this together. That's why I said like that Meg campaign was from like a week and a half. I've been working diligently, shooting videos, making sure they're right, editing, rendering them, making sure everything's perfect, setting up the course back end. It takes a lot of work to do that. So you've got 2 choices now. Do nothing. Don't do anything. Don't take a leap of faith. It's not even a leap of faith. It's risk-free if you do that. But you can go back doing whatever you're doing before you spent your time with me today, or pony up a small amount of money compared to what you'll spend on your own learning systems through trial and error, not to mention all the value you're getting. So it's almost decision time. That's where you're getting the course, the group, the retargeting method, all about lookalikes. And I hope I added that up right. Total value, $6,988. It's a ton of value. It's everything you need to finally profit online. There's 2 types of people who come on these: lazy, take action. I want you to be a take action Ted. Here's the take action Ted real quick. Started my test campaign a few hours ago. Got my first Shine On sale. Thanks, Will, for the great course. Love it. Like I said, I love these posts. Congrats. Information alone is not going to help you. Taking action on the information will, though. Put together a package that will over deliver on value for you. You want methods that work? Want to do this the new and better way? Perfect. That's what you're going to get. You get all that plus all the bonuses. Combined value was $6,988. Click too fast. General public price is $997, and this will be a $997 course. But today you showed up on the webinar, so thank you. You can get started for half price. Okay, that's 50% off. $498.50. One thing I noticed too, a lot of people ask me for payment plans, so I'm like, yeah, I can do that. There's 3 payments of $198.50 or 1 payment of $498.50. So yeah, if you do the payment plan, it costs a little bit more because I'm running a risk that people aren't going to complete the payment plan. It does happen, but if you really need it, you can do it, or you can save a bunch of money and do a one-time payment. So go here, ppccoach.com/gb2, instant access. This is limited time, all right? You're going to see when you go to the page, there is a countdown timer that'll be on the bottom of the page. It's like a floating bar. It'll show you when that thing's expiring, but it is basically January 30th, which is, what's January 30th? That is Wednesday at 11:55 p.m. Eastern. This is going to $997, so don't wait. The payment plan is also a pretty insane deal because you're getting in for $198.50. Make some money, you'll easily pay that off in 2 more payments. Okay, it's kind of like layaway. Remember layaway when you bought a Christmas gift or something? You put it on layaway. Well, that's the same thing. So that's a payment plan. 3 payments, $198.50. It's right on the page when you click enroll. Excuse me. You can choose the one-time or the payment plan. Either way, I'm good. You pay a little bit more, but it gets you instant access for cheap. So remember this, I made more in a day on one campaign than I'm charging. So maybe I should raise the price. I don't know. Anyway, go there, get started. ppccoach.com/gb2. I'm going to go through some questions in a second and then go through some questions in the chat that I see. So if all this did was show you a full system, including the slow and steady and the Meg method, would it be worth it? Yeah, and I should probably charge more. If it gives you support via the private mastermind, would that be worth it? Hell yeah. And if it saved you thousands and thousands of dollars in trying to learn this on your own, because I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars perfecting these systems, would that be worth it? 100%. So if you have questions, go to the free group, ppccoach.com/group. And I just got I got the SSL certificate updated today, so I should put an S in there so it's secure. Anyway, let's go. Let's get started. Order now. Instant access. Get in there. GB2. ppccoach.com/GB2. So what's the difference between now and later? Now, you might be struggling. Later, you won't be. Hop in. Limited time. Wednesday, 11:55 p.m. It goes up. Doubles in price. No joke. If you have other questions, email me. Hit me up in the group. Here's some common ones I get all the time. Then what I'll do is I'll go through the questions that I see in the chat. So what if I've never even heard of Gearbubble before? Cool. I'm going to walk you through it all. That's no problem. I run ads for these webinars too, and there are some new people who haven't heard of me and haven't heard of Gearbubble. That's all right. No problem. Hop in there. I'll show you everything. What if I've never run Facebook ads before? I know a lot of people are running stuff on Amazon, Etsy, and eBay. Good. I don't have to break the bad habits that you have. I don't have to try and convince you that these methods work. Instead, you will just go, okay, this is what Will said. That's what I'm doing. That's what I want. Okay. If you want to question everything, feel free. I mean, run your own tests, go for it, but you don't need to. So if you're starting with a clean slate, yes, I love that. That's good. That's really good. What if I don't learn anything new? Well, you will. This is new stuff I haven't shown before because it's just brand new. Facebook moved the goalposts. I adjusted, I adapted, I moved forward. So that's what you got to do. Will the methods work with Shopify? Yeah, 100%. You don't have to use Gearbubble. I want you to, because then you don't have to do customer service. But if you have your own store, have at it. These methods work. It doesn't matter what the platform is. They'll work on everything. How is it delivered? Online, right now, 24/7 access. Teachable is pretty good because they can optimize for your phone too. So if you want to watch it, on a train or on a bus or in a car, not while you're driving, but you know what I mean. Will it work for e-commerce? Yeah, it is. It's all about e-commerce. That's what print on demand is. Is it right for me? Of course. If you want to do things the new way, the right way, the best way possible right now, go for it. Where can I go to get more questions answered? I'm not sure. That's a lot of money. I don't know what to do. Go to the group. Ask them. You'll get support in there. For me and from, I think we're over 7,200 members now in the free group. So that's pretty cool. So there you go. That's me. That's everything I have to offer you. 50% off. That's a steal. It will be $9.97. Okay. If you're still on the fence, you shouldn't be. But here's 2 more testimonials. Troy, Will always delivers. Third time work with him. Learn so much each round. He always makes the content easy and understand. Is always willing to help. Great guy. Great value. Great expertise. Thank you, Will. Love it. Mike. This is from another one. I have to say this is the best training I received on the web regarding marketing. Money very well spent. Thanks for the great experience. So this big red arrow is where you want to go. Thank you. Go get a copy now. I'll leave that up on the screen while I answer some questions in the chat. But basically, we are done. So if you don't have questions in the chat and you don't have any to ask, you're free to leave at this point. Otherwise, I'm going to go through a couple here, and then we're going to close it off because I'm getting hungry. We're getting close to lunchtime. So here we go. Here's a question. Will, my biggest fear, what if after spending $1,000, $2,000 for testing, I still can't make any profits? How do I guarantee that profits are generated after spending $1,000, $2,000? So I'm scared to spend like $10,000 without making profits. How do I overcome this fear? You dive in, you do it, you follow the testing method. I think I already know why you're not making money. And it's because of the biggest problem people have with testing. So I do cover that in the course. Don't run big campaigns to products that aren't proven. Follow the testing method. Once you find a good one, it just pops right away and you're like, yep, that works. And 9 times out of 10, the reason that people aren't making money with following methods that I teach is their designs absolutely suck. So I got that covered in the course. I'll tell you how to fix that, how to move forward. If you're spending $1,000 and you haven't hit a good design yet, there's something seriously wrong. And I know what it is. So I'll tell you in the course, but it's the design. That's it. Bottom line, you could sell, if you have a good design that people love, you could have the worst Facebook ad skills in the world and you'll still profit. But if you have bad design after bad design after bad design, it doesn't matter what the method is, it's not going to help you. Okay. So that's all in your mind for you. All right. Is the Gearbubble monthly cost included in your expenses? There is no monthly cost. This is Gearbubble Direct. It's free. This isn't Gearbubble Pro. This is Gearbubble, just Gearbubble. Okay. So I mean, like old school, listed on Gearbubble, don't pay a dime. That's it. You can even create a store. I don't know if you still can. I think you still can on Gearbubble Direct, not Gearbubble Pro. Okay. Do your methods work with almost any product? Yeah. I use my Megalodon method for lead generation too. Actually, I use Slow and Steady for lead generation too. So if you have a business and you just want to promote that, yep, these methods work. Do you offer a formula that calculates approximately the price you need to charge for products in order to at least break even? I do cover pricing in it, and I can help you with that. And if you're launching a product and you're like, I'm not sure where to price it, post in the group and I'll be like, price it here. I'll tell you. Alrighty. Oh yeah, bring it on. Do you need Gearbubble 1.0 before new 2.0? Nope, you do not. This is a standalone course. This is completely redone, revamped, all new stuff, 2 new methods, well, and the retargeting too. But yeah, it's all new stuff. So it's all standalone. So you do not need the first one to make this one work. All right. You sell only via Gearbubble? No, I sell all over the place. I do a lot of different things online. I have Shopify stores. Gearbubble, I love, and I basically went away for Gearbubble for a while because I got hooked into the Shopify thing and I wanted to make that work. And then I'm like, the customer service was driving me nuts. So now I'm like, well, no, let's go back to my old faithful here, Gearbubble, and make this work again. So that's what I did. Is it more info than the premium PPC? Right? Yeah, there's a lot more info for sure. Do we need to know how to design ourselves? Nope. As I try to use Fiverr service in GB 1.0 previously, the costs add up and my necklace hardly become profitable. No, you can do them yourself, but I cover this in the design section. I do suggest you outsource because unless you are a designer, the competition is too stiff now. So the text, even the basic stuff that I used to do, it just doesn't sell anymore because there's stuff that's a lot better and perceived value is higher. So I'm going to show you how to outsource. Okay. Are you okay with the quality of the Gearbubble product? Yes, I am. I have a couple sitting here on my desk right now. I'll tell you, if you're seeing complaints about Gearbubble, there's a reason. There's a lot of BS that goes on in the industry. I don't want to get it too deep into it, but there's a lot, it's cutthroat, and there's a lot of really shady characters out there that are doing a lot of shady things, and including posting crap on your ads or Facebook comments that are just complete baloney. So, I mean, if you're buying a product for $30 and you're expecting like Tiffany quality, then no offense, but you need your head examined. Like you're not buying diamond crystals or whatever embedded into a gold ring. Like you got to understand that you're paying for something that is more sentimental than quality, than super high quality, right? So, yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I can't go too deep into it. But I'll just tell you, like that, like it's a cutthroat world, the print on demand world, and there's some really shady characters out there from the competition. So I'll leave that. Yeah, the homework part. I like the homework part. Awesome. Yeah, it's good because I've figured, people finish their section, then they're like, that's nice. Now what? Well, here's the homework. Go do it. So if you are changing, will you be making updates in this course? This one's it's gonna last for a while. It's been working for a while already. So if something massive happens, yeah, I'll do an update. But I'm not saying like other guys use this marketing ploy of, okay, you bought my course 10 years ago, so I'm going to update it for life for you. Nah, I'm not doing that. And if that bothers you, no problem. We can part ways. It's okay. Do Gearbubble course 1.0 buyers get a free upgrade to this or at least a discount? No, they don't. That was over a year ago. And the example I use is, there's so many examples. This is a business. This is my livelihood. So because you bought version 1.0, it doesn't mean you get 2.0 for free or a discount. So, I mean, you get a discount right now, 50% off. But, and I think I responded to this in the group this morning. I said, like, I went to the gas station today and I filled up. And then I went in and I said, I've bought from you every week for the past like 10 years. So I should get a discount because I'm a previous customer. And the guy's like, nope, that's not how it works. So I'm like thinking, okay, well, maybe I'll go to the gas company and be like, or I'll go to the hydro company and say, I've been a customer for like 20 years. I should get a discount. Nope. Like, name any other business in the world that just because you bought something in the past, you're automatically entitled to a discount or a free version now. It doesn't happen. So I know that there's a lot of online guys that use that as their marketing gimmick, and then honestly, they never do update the course. So you're sitting there, you bought it because you thought it'd be updated, but then they just launch another one with a different name anyway. And then they're like, well, this is different. Well, I'm saying, no, I'm not going to do that. So I appreciate where you're coming from, but this is too valuable to give away for free. So I can't do that. I wouldn't be doing anybody any favors by doing that. Can the payment plan be 12 months? No, this one can't. Sorry. It's 3 months only. Any discount for previous? Covered that. I use Shopify or different POD services. Will it also be implanted to that? Yeah, you can, actually. Hale's in. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. You'll love this, Hale. I think you'll do really well with this. Will you give an introduction? Will you give introduction why you use it through Gearbubble and not Shopify? Basically customer service, my friend. I don't like customer service. That's why I went back to that. Do you update this course as changes happen? If major changes happen, I will, but the methods are solid. If the methods start failing, then I will make adjustments, but you do get lifetime access to the course, and if there are any updates, you'll get those too within this course. But I mean, if I come out with 3.0 in 2 years, that's going to be a different product, okay? So just so we're clear on that. What size budget is needed for testing on average? Oh, man, this question. The more you test, the faster you're going to find a winner. So I would say, like, for me, I can test 3 products and find one winner. And 3 products might cost me like $300 in testing to find a winner. But if that winner is producing $500 profit a day, I'm pretty happy with that, right? So if you're asking that question, it's more that you're worried about buying traffic. You're worried about, I've spent money in the past and it hasn't worked. You're worried about, I don't want to put anything out there. I just want to start a business with 0 and I want to do big numbers. Well, there's no business in the world that you can start with nothing and put in nothing and get back something. So even people listing on Amazon or Etsy or eBay, you're paying for something to get that listing up there. You're paying a listing fee on Etsy, and things are trickling in traffic wise, but to really get it going, you got to do promoted listings, you got to do sales, you got to do everything else. So it's the same with this. You got to spend money to make money. Will the price is showing as $598.20 on the page? Oh, I'll check that. Sorry. Let me go and have a look. I'll fix it. It should be $498.50. Huh. Let me check that real quick. Because that is bizarre. Just bear with me. I just saw my other screen here. GB2. Roll. Nope, I'm seeing $498.50 for the 1 and $198.50 for 3. Let me try something different here. Go incognito. What's happening here? Yep, $498.50, $198.50. Not sure why you're seeing $598.20. John, send me a screenshot. ppccoach@gmail.com. There'll be money. Yeah, so right, Hale. Hale saying they will see money coming in before they spend the $1,000. Right. Like, it's not just here, go spend a whole ton of money and never have anything coming in. Like, you're going to make sales along the way. You're just not going to find the absolute winner right away. So you're going to spend money to make money to find the winner. But even the losers, they may get a couple sales to make up for some of that initial outlay of money. So to find a winning, I already answered that. Have you explored other POD companies? I understand you used T-Launch at one time. I have, but the other POD companies, they require like Shopify. There's one other one that I'm not going to mention that I'll never use, based in Florida, but I don't trust the guy, so I'm not going to use his company, who has a setup. Well, I basically copied Gearbubble, but I don't like the guy. I don't trust the guy, so I'm not going to use his company. And that's because I had a run-in where one of my designs was stolen, carbon copied, loaded up to his company. I contacted him thinking, this will be easy. It's cut and dry here. And he basically told me to go kick rocks. So I'm like, well, no problem. I will never use you. And I highly recommend people don't. So T-Launch, I'm pretty sure they need Shopify to work. I'm not 100%, but yeah, I'm always open to trying other ones. I'm interested in the UK market. Cool. You can sell worldwide. No problem there. Do you run one-man business or outsource something? The only thing I outsource is design right now. Everything else is me, because this is like my livelihood. This is what I do. I love a challenge, and I love the finding the good stuff, and I love testing, and I love seeing what works, and I just love it. It gives me a rush. I think it's added 20% VAT as I'm in the UK. Yeah, probably would. Sorry about that. Taxes, right? I think that's about it. So we went a little bit over time. I apologize for that. If you guys do have any more questions, go to the group, ppc-coach.com/group, post them, or email me. That's fine. You can do that too. There's your link, ppc-coach.com/gb2 is where you want to go. And then I think we're pretty much going to close her up now, just because we went a little bit overboard on time. So I apologize for that. But anyway, thank you, everybody, for coming on. I appreciate you taking time out of your day. Like I said, if you do have any questions, let me know. The price is going to double Wednesday at 11:55 p.m. Eastern. So just be in the know about that, so you don't get caught not being able to buy it. Or if you contact me the next day, like, I missed it and it's $9.97, well, that sucks. So I don't want you to be in that position ever. The payment plan's really good, super cheap to get in there. For you've seen that I made more than I'm charging in one day for this. So anyway, I'm going to close off with that. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I really appreciate it. Right on. We got some buyers already here. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. We will talk soon. The guys who bought, I can't wait for you to experience this, and I can't wait to see your success story. I can't wait to see you post in that group and say, I got my first sale. Well, this is awesome. I got my 10th sale. I got my 1,000th sale. I just had my first $50 day, $100 day, $500 day, $1,000 day. The Megalodon works. Like, this is all coming. I just can't wait to see all this. So thanks, guys. We'll talk soon. Have a great day, and off to the races.